From Dover, Delaware, welcome to the Monster Mile, home of chase race number 3. 8 to go in this 2011 season. For the guys trying to win a championship, you know what that means? Time is running out.
12 drivers embark on what may be the most competitive chase ever. Green flag at Chicagoland.
This has been a good racetrack for Tony. This might be where he starts to turn things around.
Stay in conserve mode here.
We should have enough to get there.
It's a Stewart-Haas Racing breakaway at the front of the field.
Tony Stewart opens the chase with his first win of the season. Beautiful sunny day here in New Hampshire.
Can they win a second straight race in the chase?
Tony Stewart is closing it down on Clint Boyer.
Stewart to the lead.
Take a deep breath, I got this.
He wins on Monday, he wins on Sunday.
2 wins in a row.
That win in New Hampshire moved Stewart into the points lead for the second time this season. He led very early on after Las Vegas. Last week, Stewart jumped 1 spot. Brad Keselowski jumped up 3. Jeff Gordon was the biggest mover. He moved up 6 spots. The biggest loser, that was Kurt Busch.
Martin Truex Jr., Kurt Busch on the front row. Race number 3 in the chase for the NASCAR Sprint Cup on Dover's Monster Mile is underway. Truex gets the lead. He'll pace lap 1, single file, back through the front, 8 or so. Maybe now even back through the front 10. This racetrack is very different than from when these drivers last were on it for any significant amount of time.
You can see just from that last shot how the tires are putting rubber down right off the bat. That's a good thing. Track has not much rubber on it right now, so we'll see that groove widen out as they go. But we'll just see these cars also handling different with the rubber buildup on the track.
Practice, all the practice for this race was held on Friday. Conditions were mostly sunny, then clouded over during that practice. The only time these cars have been on the racetrack since Friday. 2 laps of qualifying on Saturday. As Kurt Busch goes after the lead on Truex.
Wow, he's really strong through the middle of the corner. Easily taking the lead from Truex.
So first bonus points earned today by a driver in the championship go to Kurt.
Yeah, and we've seen this 22 team be really good when the track surface was cool before it got rubber down on it. Will they be able to keep up with the changing conditions here today and keep Kurt Busch happy with his car?
The track, excuse me, Alan, the track has a ton of grip when it doesn't have that rubber buildup on it. Lap times are really fast. The cool temperatures are helping that too. I've talked to some of the crew chiefs down there. They don't really know how these cool temperatures are really going to affect the balance of their cars.
Jimmy Johnson through to 5th in the 48 car. And Denny Hamlin. Heard from him extensively. Oh, look out, trouble. Allmendinger sideways.
He may keep it off the wall if he doesn't get hit. Oh, what a save.
That was a save.
Caution flag is out. That might be the save of the year right there.
Maybe the decade. And I know we're short the end of this decade, but
yeah, we're early. It's still early.
I think there's a message about to be delivered here. This is racing for 7th place.
yeah, that was a case that A.J. Allmendinger didn't feel like that Denny Hamlin was up there far enough. He was making his wide, normal arc into the corner. Denny thought I believe that he was going to be able to get that spot.
And from that shot, they went under the bridge right when the contact took place.
I'm telling you, you don't do that here normally. What a great job.
David Ruderman 00. Denny Hamlin 11. Farther back in the field, 12th place.
It looks like the handling on the 11's not quite as good as what it was at the beginning of the race that Andy was talking about.
Yeah, it just went away. I thought maybe it was just because he put some laps on the tires.
Whoa,
whoa, man, check that out.
And for the lead, it's got him this time.
Racing everywhere.
So Carl Edwards out in front.
Yeah, you better get going because there's 4 tires on that 18 car coming at him.
And Jimmy Johnson picking up a spot there. That's 5th place on the 48 car. Caution is out. Report of debris in turn number 3. Jimmy Johnson will be one of the first to get to his pit stall because he's pitted all the way down at pit entry, back in the hook inside of turn number 4, while Carl Edwards will be one of the last to hit. He's all the way down at pit exit, down in turn 1. Here they come, Doc.
And Jimmy Johnson's request, very simple, guys. Keep the balance the same, but I could use a little more grip, so we're going to go a half a round on the track bar. No air pressure change. Right side tires, and then left side tires. Remember, right side only on the previous stop. Jamie.
And Matt Kenseth, who's driven all the way up to 4th, says he's a little bit tight now. Pretty good overall. Let's make an air pressure adjustment and try 4 tires this time. Dave?
Brad Keselowski needs a car full of Sunoco fuel. The car this time a little tight to center and snapping loose off to make an air pressure adjustment, and 4 tires this time. Vince?
Carl Edwards really likes his car. They're going to make a 4-tire change this time. He said, since you're going to 4, why don't you snug it up a little bit? So they made a slight air pressure adjustment. A.J. Allmendinger, the first one off pit road.
Yeah, Vince, going to see some strategy. Check it out. Allmendinger, Harvick, Ruderman. So we'll have a new leader when we go back racing here at Dover.
Thought there was a hole there. David Reagan happened to be there. Just a little contact with the inside wall on the left front fender.
From Tony Stewart.
See, it looked like he had a hole, and Reagan got a good run and closed it up real quick on him.
And a lot of different guys working their way at different times lately to the front of the pack. Carl Edwards dominated a good chunk of the first half of this race, but we've seen a variety of others in recent laps shuffle their way to the front.
That's a great shot coming out of turn 2. You could see the 29 car, Kevin Harvick, our leader, wiggle a little bit there. What he's seeing is that Lowe's emblem getting bigger in his mirror.
One of the problems with this racetrack is that banking. You pick up all that load in the rear tires, you get in the throttle, the rear tires stick real well. These cars make 900 plus horsepower, but as you come off the corner and that banking unloads, you have less traction there, and at that late exit's where you see a lot of cars spin the tire.
Now, Kevin Harvick took 2 tires this last time. That would have been 2 times in a row that he had gotten just those right sides. Wondering how long that may last for him. We'll have to see if he can hold on here throughout this run and keep his track position as Johnson takes the lead.
Bonus points. Actually, Jimmy got one earlier during a cycle of green flag pit stops. But 5-time champion who came into this race with a lot of eyes focused on him, being back 10th in points on the day, saying he needed a top 3 run, a place where he's won 3 of the last 5. He's out in front, just shy of halfway, while Carl Edwards picks up a spot as we approach the midway point of the race. Midway means it's time to go NASCAR nonstop. Presented by Aaron's.
This is Carl Edwards now trying to get in the top 10, passing Kevin Harvick.
Yeah, Harv let him go there, I think. That 99 freight train was coming fast.
Yeah, car's been fast all day. There's just that one little mistake that Carl Edwards made.
That Carl Edwards, Kevin Harvick race there having some implication on the standings as they run in the championship. You see that right under the ticker. All right, so when will we see these final pit stops for the front runners? Johnson, Kurt Busch, Casey Kane, Matt Kenseth. Let's check on some of those. Doc, what about the 48?
Alan Chad Canals had told Jimmy Johnson with that pit stop on lap 301, we're probably pretty good until about 20 laps to go. They're doing well right now, although Jimmy's talking about how the air pressure changing in the car is changing the handling of the car. Now, they probably will stay out until 20 to 25 to go unless someone of the leaders decide to go ahead and pit early, and then they will be forced to come in. Right now, no thoughts on coming in earlier than they have to. Vince.
Well, the 22 of Kurt Busch is taking his cue from when the 48 is pitting. Kurt said he ran it a little harder than necessary early in the run, trying to keep up with Jimmy, and he thinks that's why the car is getting tighter sooner in this run. Steve Addington says he's going to make an air pressure adjustment on the right side and also a little wedge assistance to try to give Kurt the best car he can have on this final stint. Doc?
On the 4 car of Casey Kane, a few minutes ago, Kenny Francis told his driver he thought there may be some weather about 30 minutes out. Caution on the racetrack, guys.
Trouble on the back straightaway. Mike Bliss has crashed in the 32.
Yeah, it just gets loose coming up out of turn 2. We talked about the 9 degrees of banking on these straightaways, and he just throws you down to the inside. Not much room there.
This track is so unforgiving when you spin.
Chad Canals told his crew, guys, nice and easy, very deliberate pit stop. Half a round up from the right rear track bar. 2 right side tires for the 48 car. The 4 car also calling for 2 right side tires, air pressure. He's saying the splitter dragging the ground, talking about Casey Kane. Jamie.
Matt Kens is saying he doesn't have enough rear grip as the guys around him on the restarts. They're focusing on that. Track bar down, wedge adjustment, 4 tires. Vince?
The 22 was going to do 4 tires. When they found out the 48 was doing 2, they changed up. Also made a track bar adjustment. Just 2 tires for the 22.
A lot of different, contact there. Edwards and Biffle.
Wholesale 2 tire changes this time. Looks like Matt Kenseth, the first one on 4. We'll have a lot of cars to pass.
I guess that's why I was a driver, not a crew chief. I thought, just thought they had a lot of laps on the left sides there.
Watch the 16 of Greg Biffle and the 99 of Carl Edwards exiting their pit stalls.
See Carl having to go around Jamie McMurray. No contact, look close.
So there they are, lined up for the restart. That's going to come with 42 laps to go. Remember, after the last restart, Kurt Busch really gave Jimmy Johnson a run for a few laps.
Big run right there for Kurt Busch.
That is going to be a new leader. And behind him, Casey Kane inside of Kyle Busch for 3rd.
New leader, the 22.
I'll tell you, if this 99 can get clear of these 2 cars, the 18 and the 4 right in front of him, he could be a factor in who wins this race.
That's close. Edwards and Kyle Busch, 99 and 18, 4th place now. They're racing for. Mike Bliss examined and released from the infield medical center after that crash a few minutes ago. So, last time, Kurt Busch gave Jimmy Johnson fits for a few laps, then Jimmy drove away. Now Kurt has cleared him. Can Jimmy get around?
Yeah, and what Jimmy's thinking is he wants to get separated from cars coming.
Greg Biffle off turn 4 on the front stretch. Into the inside wall. Caution's out.
Well, Matt was pretty close to me.
Obviously couldn't tell from that angle if there was any contact or not, but no, it looks, you can see up in front there, Greg Biffle just lost it coming up out of turn 4.